What's going on, buddy? Welcome to today's YouTube video, another whiteboard talk with Coach Jack. Today we're going over how to fix your environment and make your environment better fitted to help you reach your goals. But before we dive in, I do have an entire plan for you guys to go ahead and implement yourself in order to shred body fat in the next 90 days. What I've basically done is taken my cookbook, which has over 120 high protein, low calorie recipes, and added 5 bonuses, which include a workout program, a calorie tracking, or exactly how to track your calories, how to figure out your macros for yourself and your goals, a 90-day shred blueprint, and exactly what you need to kickstart your fat loss. If you want to check that out, head to jackedcookbook.com. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So I decided to break down exactly how to fix your environment into kind of 10 different categories, or essentially 10 different areas where your environment has a major impact on how you succeed in your fat loss journey. So starting off, we have our kitchen. So in red, we have kind of the negatives, or what some people mess up with, and the blues, we have things that we want to actually implement or things to correct the bad. So in terms of the bad things in the kitchen, if we have a bunch of junk food, no protein, and no prep. As far as prep, that could be meal prep, that could be fruits and vegetable prep, that could be protein prepped. So biggest thing there is we don't have things easily on hand, and we have junk food, we're probably going to turn to the junk food. So instead, we want to have a fruit bowl. I think that is one thing every household should have, is just a bowl in their kitchen, easily visible, with access to apples, bananas, oranges, pears, whatever your go-to fruits are. And of course, you got to keep some in the fridge, but having that fruit bowl out would be a great way to grab an apple rather than a bag of chips. Next, prepped protein. So this is something that I've personally implemented for a long time and have a lot of my clients do as well, whether it be buying pre-cooked protein, so things like at Costco or Trader Joe's or Kroger, they have things like chicken thighs or sirloin steaks that are actually already prepped or already cooked for you. All you have to do is heat those up or throw those in the microwave, and boom, you have fully cooked protein ready to go. Or you can prep that yourself, obviously cook some ground beef, cook some protein up, and also healthy snacks on hand. So that could be protein bars, beef jerky, cottage cheese, Greek yogurts, anything like that, even ready to drink protein shakes. So rather than reaching for the junk food, hopefully kind of move that out of the house or out of the kitchen, you can have some healthy snacks instead. And I would say fruits and vegetables are included in that. Next, we have our office space. So a lot of times I'll see clients come to me and they'll mention their office has some candy, whether it be on their desk, on their secretary's desk, or just in their office. So candy on the desk is not a great thing. Eating out daily, so whenever you go to work, constantly eating out for breakfast, lunch, maybe even dinner if you're working late at the office, and then sitting all day. If you work an office job, you're gonna be sitting a lot of times, so that's something we wanna watch out for as well. Wait one sec, I gotta let Maisie out. Now, what we should do in the office is actually have protein snacks. So the same things I listed up here as far as beef jerky, protein bars, Greek yogurts. If you have a fridge, that's a key thing too, right? They can have string cheese, low-fat string cheese, cottage cheese, Greek yogurts. Those are great for the fridge, but also things like beef jerky and protein bars are things you can keep that don't need to necessarily be in a fridge. We also have bring lunch. So packing lunch maybe 4 out of the 5 days a week, and then maybe going out to lunch on Wednesdays or Fridays. If there's like a team lunch, that's perfectly fine. But ideally, we're bringing lunch or packing a healthier version. Next, we have a walking pad or planned walks. So this varies from office to office and person to person, but my standing desk and walking pad combo has been an absolute game changer for myself and many of my clients that have it. It is an easy way to get 12 to 15,000 steps without even thinking about it. So if you have the ability to, add a walking pad. If not, definitely plan your walks. So a walk before you go to the office, parking as far away as you can. When you're in the office, every, I don't know, maybe hour, 2 hours, get up, go for a 10-minute walk. A little bit of a walk at lunch, right after you get off work, things like that to break up your day so you aren't sitting for 8 to 9 hours straight. Next, we have our car. So a big thing I noticed in cars, not only myself, but actually friends and family members, is they have no water, no snacks, and a lot of times if they do have anything, it's high calorie things like maybe trail mix, which is gonna be very high calorie, or they're stopping and getting drive-through. So as far as what we wanna have in our car, one big thing is a water bottle. I cannot stress this enough. Invest in a Hydro Flask, a Yeti, a nice insulated water bottle so you can always have cold water at your disposal. Next, protein snacks. You guys have seen a theme here between the kitchen, office, and our car. We want to keep high protein, healthy snacks on hand. But I would say this also could include some fruits and vegetables day of, right? Obviously, you don't want to keep just like an apple in your car overnight or for a long period of time. It could get too hot, obviously, unless it's cold outside. But having protein snacks, I would say specifically beef jerky is one major ones that a lot of my clients have. Protein bars, depending on what they are, RX bars are great, but chocolate protein bars, they can get a little bit melted if it's a hot summer day. So I would say the best one in that regard would definitely be beef jerky. Eric, shout out to you. He has that in his car all the time. I think it's a great resource for him if he's on a long drive just to chew on some beef jerky, because sometimes it's just that oral fixation, not even like the true hunger. But he also packs fruits and vegetables like apples and things like, and carrots too. on the road. Next is our phone. And I do think this is kind of getting to the thing where we have physical environments. We also have like digital and mental environments as well. And one of the big ones is our phone. So in our phone, if we have delivery apps, right, we have DoorDash and we have Uber Eats and we have the McDonald's app, things like that. If we have those easily at our disposal, we're probably going to lean on those quite a bit, right? And utilize those to order food. So that's going to be a not so good thing. And then constant stimulus, it adds stress to our day, right? If you have your watch or your phone buzzing constantly for every notification, every text message, every email, every app notification, then you're going to be overwhelmed, you're going to be overstimulated. And a lot of times that can lead to a poor mental state. So what we're going to do is, oops, sorry, this got a little worn down, but delete or hide the DoorDash, Uber Eats, excessive delivery apps. Personally, I don't even have those on my phone whatsoever. If I do want to ever DoorDash, I will have to download the app, enter my card information. I just like to have a barrier to entry, or at least hide it, right? Kind of put it further back in your notification or further back in your phone. Don't have it in your front screen or your bottom kind of home page. Make sure you hide that a little bit better. Also, do not disturb. I think that is an absolute cheat code. Unless you're at work or you're on call or something like that, put your phone on do not disturb. Check it every once in a while, but definitely don't have the constant notifications going off. I think it causes more stress than good. Next, we have our sleep. So some of the bad things I see all the time is screens in bed, a hot room, inconsistent sleep schedules, just not prioritizing true routine. So as far as good things go, would be to have no screens 30 minutes before we go to bed. So trying to maximize our time, whether it be getting ready for bed, reading a book, things like that to put our mind at rest rather than having our screen in front of our face while we're in bed. Number two, a cold and dark room. Ideally, a cold, dark room promotes better sleep. A quiet room, or maybe having some brown noise, could be good. And then also a routine, so consistently waking up at the same time. This is one thing that I didn't believe in until I personally experienced it. I used to never be a morning person. I could not wake up for the life of me and like kind of get my day started. And then I said, you know what, screw this, I'm gonna try this. I read about it in a study, just like wake up the same time every day, weekdays, weekends, no matter what. And now 6 a.m. is a breeze. I wake up with good energy, whether it be Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, every day I wake up at 6 a.m. and it's been an absolute game changer for the routine side of things that still has me feeling well energized and just waking up naturally at that point. So kind of helping me set my circadian rhythm. Number 6, we have our social environment, right? So this is when we're out with family, friends. One is you have no support whatsoever. No one else even, maybe, I wrote the secret, maybe you're keeping a secret. You haven't told anyone about your goals, your goal to be a healthy individual or lose weight or fix your fatty liver or whatever it is, right? So you don't tell anyone, you get no support, and then you get peer pressure, right? Because your friends don't know that they want to support you or that they could support you. So instead they're offering to buy you a drink or take you out to dinner or pushing food in front of you, things like that. So one thing, communicate your goals. If they are truly your friends and family, they will support you if you make your goals clear. Right? If you say, hey, family, hey, friends, my goal is to lose 30 pounds of body fat. I don't feel healthy. I don't feel great about myself. Yes, it is vulnerable, but they can actually give you support, right? And then if, once again, I don't want to say worst case, but maybe you just have to set some boundaries. Say, like, hey guys, like I'm not going to go out to dinner and get a bunch of drinks every Thursday night. I'll go get dinner with you guys, but let's avoid the drinks. Or, hey, when I go out to eat, can we maybe go ahead and go to a restaurant that has a healthier option for myself, right? I mean, people have gluten intolerances and like, well, there be dietary restrictions, so why not go ahead and have the same thing for yourself, right? So communicating your goals to get support, have them be aware, and also maybe setting some boundaries as far as like your alcohol consumption, the way you eat out, things like that too. Next, we're going over to the media. Sorry, I think I might kind of be off the screen, but we have media. So one of the big things is food accounts. So if you're someone who's constantly watching different food accounts, and we know what those are, like the food porn people that just constantly are ramming like super, super high calorie foods down your throats, crumble cookie reviews, pizza, donuts, all kind of stuff, it's probably gonna make you want those foods more. So having those and also mindless snacking. So as far as like having your phone or media or screens out when you eat, you're probably gonna overconsume the calories. You're gonna overeat because you're just mindlessly snacking. So ideally we're kind of avoiding eating and screen times. That's a big thing. So basically this isn't perfect. I do the same thing. I sometimes will almost always watch a show while I eat breakfast. But the big thing there is I am portioning out that meal. I'm not just snacking and watching TV normally. Next, we have the unfollow button. So food accounts that make you feel like you need to eat all this food, or even influencers, right? If you constantly compare yourself to your favorite fitness influencer, hopefully I'm a little bit more realistic on that end, but you're following guys that are on steroids, that have crazy cheat meals all the time, and you're feeling down about yourself, maybe just go ahead and unfollow them. If it's not supportive of your goals and your mindset, probably not the best idea. Next, we have the gym. So if the gym is too far away, if you have no plan and no gear, as in no gym gear, not steroids, no gear, then you're gonna have a harder time sticking to your goals, right? 'Cause it's gonna take more time, you're not prepared, you don't know what to do, and you have no idea what to do when you're actually there. So things that we can do to fix that are have a close gym to save time, right? So if you have a gym that's 35 minutes away versus a gym that's 10 minutes away, or even better yet, in your garage or a home gym, you're gonna be a lot less likely to skip the gym if it's on your way to and from work or very close to your house. So hopefully find a gym in close proximity to you. Next, a program for you. So making sure that you have a program or idea of what you're gonna do in the gym for your specific goals, right? You don't wanna follow some generic program. You wanna follow a plan that is built for you to make sure that you get the goals that you want in the time that you have. Next, we have our gym bag prepared. So we'll say no, make sure that that says gym gear, and then make sure you have your gym bag packed. So whether you have squat shoes, tennis shoes, and you pack clothes for after work to change into, whatever that looks like, have your gym bag prepped and prepared ahead of time. Number 9 is our schedule. So this could be your Google schedule, your Google calendar, your actual physical calendar. But if you're not blocking off time and actually setting a schedule, that could be a big problem. If you're reactionary, so instead of having a plan, you're reacting to your schedule, that's never good. You're out of control in that aspect. And then no grocery list. This is kind of like scheduling, essentially. No grocery list, no planned grocery day, no meal prep day, no plan for when you go to the grocery store. I think that's kind of like in the scheduling area, but also kind of over in the kitchen. Then we also have what could be fixed is block off time, right? If you need to go to the gym 3 days a week for an hour, you're gonna block off every morning on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. to go to the gym, right? Schedule like you would a doctor's appointment, a meeting with a client, whatever it is. Schedule that into your actual calendar. Number 2 is to have some sort of structure, right? So as far as this goes, it's gonna be more so the fact of like, okay, if we wanna do certain things, it kind of goes into structure and plan kind of go together, but this is more plan for groceries, is to have some sort of general structure around your day, whether it could be your meal timing, so you're a 3-meal-a-day guy, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It could be when you actually do your grocery shopping every Sunday is what Katie and I do. It could be when you actually do your workouts, like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings. Something to have some structure around your day, I noticed has led to a lot more consistency and a lot better results, right? Rather than trying to wing it and be reactionary, we're going in with a plan to attack our week rather than reacting to our week. And lastly, our self-belief. And this is a big one where I think a lot of people limit themselves in terms of their mental environment, right? Environment is not always physical. Sometimes it's mental or sometimes it's digital. So as far as our own self-beliefs, if we only think we can lose, let's say 4 pounds a month, then yeah, you can probably only lose 4 pounds a month. If you think you can only get to 220 pounds, but you're 5'7" and you should be probably closer to like 160 pounds, then yes, you are limiting your self-belief. So have a big goal, like aim big. Right? Because if you're, let's say, 250 pounds and you say, oh, I just want to get to like 220, right? Like, why limit yourself? That's probably not where you want to be. I would say there are very few people that should be over 200 pounds unless they're above 6'5" and on steroids, right? So have a good self-belief. Believe that you can do it. And yes, you do need to have some proof for yourself, but have the belief and then get some results to back that belief up. So that is what I recommend for fixing your environment. A little bit longer of a video here. I think there's a lot to cover. I could even cover more. Like this kitchen office could probably be its own video in and of itself. But the biggest thing here is we want to have our environment to support our goals, right? We want our, and I think social too, or maybe kind of in this, we could say spouse. That's a big one too. Have your spouse support you. But the biggest thing here is health and fitness and losing weight is already hard enough as is, right? Why make it any harder on ourselves by having the wrong environments that can make things even more challenging, right? Because I do not have more willpower than you. The clients I work with do not have any more willpower than you. We simply have a structure, a plan, and we build an environment that supports our goals so we don't have to rely on willpower as much. We don't have to try as hard because we already have done things to set ourselves up for success in our environments. So yeah, highly recommend maybe just picking one of these a week and kind of going through your kitchen this week, maybe going through your office next week, your car, kind of slowly tackling each of these environments and slowly improving them over time. You don't need to aim for perfection, just aim for progress and making those better. If you guys do have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. More than happy to field any questions. If you guys do have other topics you want me to cover, please let me know as well. Without further ado, I'll wrap things up here. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys next time. Peace.